Good morning, dear students. In this video lecture, we will be studying ratio and proportion. In this video lecture, we are going to study ratio and proportions. So I hope all of you must be doing something about ratio and proportions definitely. So what is a ratio? It is actually a comparison of two similar quantities. It is a comparison of two similar quantities. Suppose I say 4 meter and 7 meter. Then what does this mean? Ratio, if I have to write in the form of ratio, that means it will be written as 4 by 7. Now 4 by 7 quantity will be meter, then meter will be cancelled, 4 by 7. So if I say how much big is the second part or how much is small is the first part, that means their difference will give me the comparison. It is actually out of, see, this is the ratio, this is the meaning of ratio. It is written in the form of is to symbol, like if I have to write this, I have to write in 4:7. Now to understand the difference between a ratio and fraction, this is also looking like a fraction only, in which this will be like numerator, this will be like denominator, my dear students. Now there is a small difference between ratio and proportion. When I say 4/7 is a ratio, that means 4:7, we write in the form of division. There are actually how many parts? There are total 11 parts. Okay, total 11 parts are there, out of which one part is 4 units and the another part is 7 units. But if I say 4 by 7 is a fraction, then total parts is equal to 7, out of which first part is equal to 4 and second part is equal to 3. That means in denominator we write the sum of both the parts in case of fraction, but in case of ratio and proportion we never represent the ratio as the sum of the parts in the denominator. So if I say 4 by 7 is a fraction, and if I say 4:7 and I am writing this in the form of fraction as 4 by 7, if this is a ratio, then total parts here will be equal to, total parts is equal to 7. Here total parts will be equal to 7 plus 4, that means 11. Now the two parts will be like first part 4, second part will be 3, and here first part will be 4, second part will be 7. So this is the basic difference between ratio and proportion, and a ratio will give us the idea of comparison between two quantities. From here I cannot identify the comparison of two quantities. It is actually comparison of two quantities, out of which one part is 4 units, the other part is 7 units. But here I cannot say that one part is 4 units and the other part is 7 units. This will be incorrect. So in this way we try to understand. It is a very big chapter. So try to understand only two main important differences, that a ratio is a comparison of two similar quantities, whereas fraction is just a representation of numbers in a form of a by b, where a is my numerator, b is my denominator, whereas 4:7, a is not your numerator, neither it is a denominator. It is just represented in the form of division. Now to always we have to find out the ratio. Ratio is always calculated, is always found of similar quantities. Suppose I have 4 kg and the other quantity is 4 meter, then if I want to find the ratio, then the ratio will not be found. You cannot write 4 kg upon 4 meter. This thing will be meaningless to compare. We cannot compare 4 kg upon 4 meter. Since they have different units, so we cannot compare the two different quantities. Therefore, comparison of any quantities, there should be same quantities. Suppose I want to calculate compare your class with the other class, like class 7 or 9, then is it fair deal? It is not fair, because class 7 has got its own IQ level, class 6 will have its own IQ level, class 9 will have its own IQ level. Their way of understanding, their ages will be different, their names different, and their what do you call, their knowledge will be, obviously their knowledge will be far ahead as compared to you. So we cannot compare class 6 with class 9. If I have to compare, then I have to select your class only, be it be another section like class 6A, I can compare with class 7. I cannot say that class 6 students scored highest mark 70, and here I am asking class 9 is having 90 marks or only 80 marks. Then this comparison is incorrect. This comparison of class 6 with class 9 is incorrect. If I have to compare, then I have to compare like class 6A has got 70 marks, class 6B has got 80 marks. Then I can say yes, this comparison is correct, because in class 6A as well as in 6B, the students will be of same IQ level. They will be having same, more or less same age. The teacher who will be teaching will be more, means it will be same. So to understand this, it is only try to understand that ratio. Only one thing, that ratio is a comparison of two quantities of similar type, whereas a fraction is not a comparison. It is just a representation of two numbers, two different quantities can be possible. So now I will be discussing one or two problems to make you understand this exercise 8A. Topics that we are supposed to study in these chapters are like writing the ratios in the form of writing the word problem in the form of ratios. Like question number 1 says Uma is twice as tall. Question number 1 says Uma is twice as tall as Shikha. So Uma is thrice as tall as Shikha. That means the height of Shikha, suppose I assume, let the height of Shikha be x meter, let the height of Shikha be x meter, then according to question, Uma's height is equal to 3x, because it is 3 times. So ratio will be equal to 3x upon x, x cancel, that means 3:1, 3 upon 1, that is 3:1. In the same way, you will be having like another questions, write the ratios in the simplest form. And what do you understand by simplest form? I will try to make you understand by writing the question, that is question number 2. We are having two ratios, 24 upon 27. Now, converting a ratio into simplest form means the numerator as well as denominator should not have any common factor except 1. That means if I have to write, I can write 3 into 8, right, 24, and 3 into 9, 27. So 3 will be cancelled, so I will be having 8 by 9. Yes, so this is the simplest form. This is the simplest form of the ratio 24 by 7. This is the simplest form of the ratio 24 by 7. Further, I cannot cancel out this. So the shortcut method that you will be following is, like you can write 3 8s are 24, 3 9s are 27. So 8 upon 9. This way I have just tried to write it in the form of factors, which we have already studied, right? We have already studied in our previous chapter how to write the factors of all the numbers. So this can be written as 3 into 8, 8 can be further written as 2 into 2 into 2. Now here you are having 3 into 9, 3 into 9, 9 can be written as 3 into 3. So instead of, we don't have any common factors between these two, it will be 2, 2, 2 and here 3, 3, 3. So nothing can be cancelled out. So your answer will be 8 by 9. Another questions like you can take 44 by 76. Now 44 by 76, if you take 2 2s are 24, then 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are. Again you can cancel out, it will be 19, it will be 11. Now can 11 by 19 be further simplified? No, this cannot be further simplified. So this is the simplest form of the ratio 44 by 76. So in this way you have to write the simplest form. converting the fraction into simplest form is in this form. I hope there won't be any problem. You all will be able to solve. Now, if we have to solve another question like the ratio of boys to girls, the question is given as in the word auditorium. I have written the question in the word auditorium. Find the ratio of the number of vowels to the consonant. That is question number 8 of exercise A. Exercise A we are discussing right now. Exercise A. Question number 8 says the word auditorium is there. Auditorium, A-U-D-I-T-O-R-I-U-M. Now we have to find the ratio of number of vowels upon number of consonants. Consonants. That means how many vowels are there? First let us count. A, E is not A, E, I, O, U. These are 4. Then again one vowel U. Then do we have any other? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 vowels. How many consonants are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 upon 4. This is not in the simplest form. So our task will be always to write any fraction or any ratio in its simplest form. So it will be 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. So the ratio will be 2 3 to 2. Now my dear student, in this way we are going to solve all the numerical problems of exercise A. Now I will be discussing exercise B and then I will be trying to complete it, and you all will all are also requested to complete the exercise as soon as possible. For exercise we have comparison of ratios. Suppose I have two ratios 5/7 and 8/11. We have to compare. Compare this ratio means which ratio is greater or which ratio is smaller. The first method that and I feel that it is the easiest method is take the LCM of the denominator, that means 7 and 11. LCM of 7 and 11 will be 77 obviously. Now you try to convert the denominator in equal to 77. So how you will convert 5/7 multiplied? You want 77 here, so you multiply with 11, and you have 8/11 multiplied with 7 7. Now if you multiply with 7 7, so it will be 55 upon 77, and it will be 8 7s are 56 upon 57. Since the denominators are same, you can very easily identify which number is greater, which fraction is greater, which ratio is greater. Obviously 56 is greater than 55, so you will write 55/77 is less than 56/77. That is, here we are having 5/7 is less than 8/11. In this way you are going to compare the ratios. So you have to convert the ratios, and the most important thing what I did here is I have multiplied the denominator here, and this term I have multiplied here and here. So if I have like 9/5 and 4/9, for an example this number, I have to compare these two ratios. Then what will I do? I will simply write 9/5 multiplied with 9 into 9 and 4/9 into 5 into 5. Yes or no? 5 into 5. So 9 9s are 81 upon 45, and this will be 4 5s are 20 upon 9 5s are 45. Now which number is greater? So this number. So in this way we will solve. Just we have to multiply the denominator of the second ratio to the first one in the numerator and denominator, and multiply the denominator of the first ratio to the numerator and denominator of the second ratio, and then looking at the numerator we can identify the fractions, which ratio is greater and which ratio is smaller. Now question number 3 says that the ratio of boys to girls is 3:2. If there are 33 boys, then find the number of girls. Now you see, my dear students, if I have a certain quantity, suppose I have a wire of length 7 centimeter, it is divided into 2:3 ratio. Okay, 2:3 ratio. So what is the measurement of this part and what is the measurement of this part? To find out the measurement exact centimeter values, then you have to write like first part is equal to, what is the ratio of first part? 2. What is the sum of the ratios? 2 plus 3 multiplied with 7, whatever quantity is given. So it will be 2 by 5 into 7, that means 14 by 5 centimeter. In the same way, second part will be equal to 3 upon 5 into 7, that means 21 by 5. So in this way you are going to calculate the value of the measurement. So here also the question says that the ratios of boys is to girl is given as 3:2 and boys is equal to how much? 33. Now boys is to girl ratio is given 3:2, number of boys is equal to this. So I can assume let number of students be x. If it is x number of students, boys and girls together, is equal to that much, then I can write 3 upon 5 into x should be equal to how much? 33. Yes or no? Boys, like first part is equal to that fraction part we used to write, and first part is already given here. That means boys is already present here, 33 boys. So 3 upon 5 into total number of students is equal to 33. So x will be equal to 33 into 5 by 3, 311. That means total number of students were 55. Total number of students were 55. So how many girls were there? So I can subtract 55 minus 33. That means 22 girls are there. So there are total 22 girls. So in this way you have to solve the exercise A and B. And in the next lecture I will be giving you the proportion part. Thank you.